So, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd down and 3.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Again, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Put the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Well, I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realize.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Rasul Douglas picks it. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been excellent.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. On the move to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go on fourth down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. An inside give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On third down, here's Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
56. 26.
Here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Throwing is Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, Jones. He's got it to the 43 here. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 63 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
13 yards, first down, Packers. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On second down, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds.